Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and my name is Hazi Karami bin Nafar Azraf. I'm going to present on how the impact of sleep duration on academic performance among students. Okay, so we analyze how weekend sleep hours affect students' GPA based on the response of 49 students from a Google form conducted by us, focus on the link between sleep duration and GPA with gender as supporting data, uses a statistical
We have talked about the objective
approach
before
to
in
examine
the last
the
slide.
relationship.
What is the significance and the limitations?
The relationship.
We have to raise awareness on the role of sleep in academic success to help student educators decisions on management, time management. And then our limitation is we have a sample size of 49 respondents, it's very small size, and this maybe the data may include bias or inaccuracies because sometimes we don't know people are true on answering the survey that we have done. So we move on to the next slide. This is the pie chart to see all the data that we have. Gender, where male is 59%, 0.2 collected, and female is 40.8%. And now this is chart of number of students based on education level, where diploma is 67%, 0.35, and 30.61% for degree, and master is 2.04% overall.
Firstly, histogram for hours of sleep student. We can observe that the graph is skewed to the right. Overall, student in this study sleep fewer hours on average. The highest sleep hour of the student recorded is 11 hours with 3 students. The shortest sleep recorded is 3 hours with 6 students. Next is box and whisker plot. The skewness is 0.251, so data slightly right skew, which is positive skew. Based on box and whisker, the median line is more to the left side. The right is longer than the left, showing a few students sleep much longer than most. Next is descriptive statistic hours of sleep student. Means 6.59 hours is average sleep duration. Median 6 hours is half sleep less, half sleep more. Mode 5 hour, most common sleep duration. Standard deviation 2.397, variance 5.747 indicate a moderate spread in student sleep hours from the average. Average sleep hours are slightly right skewed, meaning a few students sleep much longer, which increase the average. The range is 8 hours, the shortest sleep is 3 hours, and the longest sleep is 11 hours. 25% of students sleep less than 5 hours. Median sleep is 6 hours, so half students sleep 6 hours or less. 25.7 students sleep 8 hours or less. Overall, both male and female students show similar slightly right skew pattern.
Here we have histogram based on the sample of 49 students. From the shape of the graph, we can observe that it's skewed to the left, which tells us that the most students have relative high GPA. The higher GPA record is 3.88, is achieved by one student. The most frequent GPA or the mode is 3.7, with the 7 students having that score. Based on this distribution, we can also proceed to construct a box and whisker plot for a more detailed statistical analysis. Data, we calculate Q1, Q2, Q3, which is quarter 1, quarter 2, and quarter 3 to create the box and whisker plot. The skewness value of the weight is negative 0.126, which tells us that the distribution is slightly left skew. This pattern is also reflected in the GPA blocks plot, where we can see that the median line or Q2 leaning towards the right. The left whiskers is noticeable longer than the right, which is a visual indication of the negative skewness. These characteristics appear consistently in the both plot, confirming that data distribution is not symmetric. For the first quantitative variable, which is GPA of the student, the mean is 3.47, meaning that on average, students score GPA 3.7. The median is 3.5. So half of the students score below this value and half score above. The most frequently occurring GPA is a 3.3, which is the mode. The standard deviation is a 0.245, and the variance is 0.06, both of which are quite low. This tells us that GPA scores are closely packed around the mean, indication low variability in the student performance. The GPA data has a skewness of negative 0.39, showing it moderately left skew. Male student GPA is slightly left skew, with female students appear more balanced or slightly right skew. The mode is 3.3, which is less than the mean of the 3.47, likely due to a few low outliers. The GPA range is 0.88 from 3 to 3.88. Quartile value Q1 is 3.3, median is 3.5, and quartile 3 is 3.65, meaning 75% of the students score below or equal of 3.65. Next, from the data we obtain that regression line equation, which is y equal to 0.02x plus 3.38. This tells us that for every 1 unit increase in independent variable, the dependent variable only increased by 0.02 units. So there is a weak but positively relationship between the two variables. A scatter plot based on the data would show a slightly upwards trend, but the effect is minimal. For the scatter plot, we can see very weak positive linear relationship. The points are widely scattered, showing a low correlation. The correlation value are equal to 0.148, confirm that a relationship is weak and not statically strong. The coefficient of determination R power of 2 equal 0.02 means that only 2.2% of the variation is independent. Variable can be explained by independent variable. The rest, 97.8%, is influenced by other factors. So overall, this regression model has low predictivity power. In conclusion, we found a very weak positive relationship between a hour of sleep and GPA. The average sleep was 6.59 hours and the average GPA was 3.47. Sleep data was more spread out than GPA, and the correlation value of 0.148 show that the relationship is weak. Only 2.2% of GPA variation is explained by sleep, meaning other factors like study habits or stress likely play a big role.
For our record recommendation, students should raise awareness on balanced sleep and study habit, integrate health education into student life program, encourage holistic academic support, promote consistent daily routines. For our report, we must conduct further research with more variable, use larger, more diverse sample. That's all from us. Thank you.